everyone, and welcome to Valley Crafty Corner. This is going to be day 10 in the holiday card making series. I saw this card sketch on Splitco Stampers, and this is my take on it. She used little different colors, different embossing folder, different sentiments, so it's kind of my own little take on what this particular person had done. So I am using, I'll tell you the card measurements first because it's a little bit different than an ordinary card. This is a piece of paper that is 4 3/4 by 9.5, and it's scored at 4 3/4, so we have a square card. This piece here is at 4.5. This piece is at 4 1/4, and this piece is at 4 1/8, and this white piece is at 4 inch. So we'll get a nice little layered card here. I'm just using some cardstock that I got in a Michaels paper pack, and it's got some grays and blues and purples, some really kind of nice Christmassy colors in there, so I quite like it. We're also going to be using this Spellbinders Embossability folder. It's got this birds on the one side, and then it's got this kind of tree print on the other side, and this is going to be the folder that we're going to be using, is that particular one. And then I'm also using a stamp set, and I'm finally using my Tim Holtz Christmas stamps. I don't know why I haven't been using them yet for all these holiday cards, but I guess better late than never. But anyway, it's this series which is called Mini Holidays, and we're going to be using the Happy Holidays stamp. That's just that. And that's all our sentiment's going to be. So we're going to get started, and we're just going to do our embossing right now and get that out of the way. So I'm going to get my Big Shot in here and get my plate set up. And I'm just going to put this piece in the middle. I'm not particularly caring whereabouts it is. It's just, it needs to be straight in there. So then just going to run it through. If you want a crisper image, all you have to do is just add a piece of cardstock in there, and it will make your image a little bit more crisp. So this is what the embossing looks like, which is very pretty, very wintry looking for me, for my perspective. So just get that out of the way. And then we're just going to start layering our pieces together. And all we're going to do is just alternating the colors and just centering them on the card. And I find it's easiest to work with the card base and then go up. Yeah, just making sure I'm centered. And then alternating to the gray one. And then next this pretty tealy color. And this one's just going to have a very thin gray border all the way around. So this is what it's going to look like. That's what it's stepped up like. And then we're going to take some gray of this crinkle ribbon. And what I've found is if it's a little too crinkly for you, just lick your fingers and then just kind of pull it along, and it will straighten it out, rather than ironing it, because I still want a bit of the crinkle, but I don't want it to completely look like it was in the bottom of my drawer, which it was. So that's all I do, and it still adds a bit of crinkle to it. And you just pull it along, and it kind of irons it out all at the same time. So then we're going to tie a bow at the bottom of this card. You can shift it out down if you need to start it in the middle. And then just adjust it to a smaller bow. This is the same gray ribbon that I had used in, I think it was day 7 of the card. It was either day 7 or day 8. I don't know anymore. It's been a very, very busy time for doing Christmas cards. So I'm just shoving it over just a little bit. And I'm just going to snip off the tails. I don't want my tails that long, but I just want to get my sentiment on there before I decide how long I want the tails. And then I'm just using a spare piece of white cardstock. And this is the Ocean ink from Hero Arts. I'm just stamping that up, and I'm just putting it over on this side here. And that is the only stamping we will be doing. Actually, I could glue this down first. It's going to be a very thin layered card, which is nice for mailing, but you'd have to make a special envelope for these because it is a different size, because it is an oddball size. So that is essentially what our card is going to look like. And then I just have some piece of this teal cardstock from the extras that I have cut over. And I'm going to make a little tail on this sentiment piece. And I am going to cut it right about there. And we're just going to glue this down in one corner because we're going to trim it down. And all I'm doing is just making sure I have a border around this piece. And then I'm just going to cut it down so that I have a border on the other side. And then I'm just going to trace the lines of this little tag on this particular side. And then it'll look like that. So it's got a border all the way around. And then we're just going to take some pop dots. And we're going to stick it down on the card, just kind of underneath this bow. And if you're, my pop dots are kind of in the way, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, if I can find my glue dots, here they are, just stick a glue dot underneath this ribbon here, just so it doesn't shift. And then that way, when I put this down, it's stuck to the ribbon, but the ribbon won't slide and lift up my sentiment. So it's just going to look like that. And then all I'm going to do is just come in here and just clean up my ends. And then there's the card. very pretty, very simple, and very elegant looking, I think. So there you are, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.